What is it? What's up? Human decency. Okay, what about it? What if everyone has their own definition of it? And there's not just one? Interesting theory. Go on. What do you mean? What if human decency is connected to the character that the person operates in for their current reality, and when a person that lives a completely different reality encounters another character, a person that lives a completely different lifestyle, and they both encounter one another, they both have different views of what human decency looks like, which is also why it's likely that people easily get insulted by one another when they interact with each other. And then what if it connects to the moral beliefs of each person, cognitive dissonance, and it goes down the trail? Oh gosh. Do you see where I'm going with this? Oh gosh, you're right. That's like a web. That's like a web of different directions, angles, and information that you just unlocked. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Go on. Then you got folks busy trying to fight over what the right definition of human decency is. What if there's not actually a right definition? Because there's so many of them. Because there's so many different realities, and there's so many different characters of people, and there's so many different forms of cognitive dissonance operating around these individual characters that we call ourselves, which is human beings, right? Obviously gods and goddesses as well is partaking in this, but overall, what if there's actually no real definition because it's definitively defined within each character of a person currently operating and living in their own reality? And when you encounter people that are operating from a different definition than what the character they're encountering is, reluctancy grows, rejection becomes present, accusations become verbal, limitations get created, and the segregation of minds creates a whirlwind of conflict because the basis of each individual just operate differently in how they're cognitively seeing, viewing, and living in the world. Prospectively, mind you, and hypothetically, but it's still realistic to them individually, respectfully within their own categories, which then brings in, oh my God, which then brings in alignment, reassignment, growing pains, character development, soul ties, soul family, soul alignment. And family? Oh God, I think I just opened another rabbit hole. What do you think? Oh my gosh. You're right. Oh my gosh. Anyone that thinks that they know what something is, because I know we're talking about human decency, but I'm just going to give a generalized hypothesis now based off what you're saying to me, because I feel cobwebs up in this conversation, okay? And there's an infinite number of lines in them, okay? I'm just going to generalize my theory at this point. If someone says they know the correct definition of something, it's rooted and grounded in their own reality and their character and their cognitive dissonance. Any imposition of putting it and imposing it on a character that has their own opposing position and view of perspective on reality because they don't align, and yet they still attempt to impose anyways, is operating from ego. Not respect. To accepting that this is the character they choose when they choose to perceive this. Infinite. Girl, what does infinite mean? Girl, I just saw that word just show up. What does it mean? Infinite. Girl, how do you even spell that? Girl, I don't know, but I'm gonna see if I could. Infinite. Oh God, I don't know. Girl, I don't know if I'm gonna spell this right either. I don't want to get the wrong definition. Infinite? Girl, I don't even know if we're pronouncing it right. Hold on. Infinite. No, not infinite. Oh my God. Siri. Okay, I found it. Girl, I was totally misspelling it. Infinite. It says not feeling regret or sorrow for one's wrongdoing or sins, and it's also a person that's hardened against moral persuasion and shows no remorse. Okay. So we found the word. And we were talking about how you were talking actually about how a person that attempts to impose when it's clear another person has an oppositional stance from a position of their own reality and perspective. That would make sense definitively, because if we were looking at the definition, a person that is standing strong in their own personal belief system will not easily be persuaded because they're standing in that belief. Okay, I can see why that word would make a lot of sense, even though I have no idea how to spell it at first. Thank you, internet. Okay, so with this generalized theory, I concur. I actually completely agree with you. If people sit up here and attempt to impose on someone else because they believe in something strongly, while someone else has their own personal stance and belief on something strongly as well, and we're coming from the original topic about human decency, and you generalizing it to that, no, nobody knows anything at all. We're choosing what is necessarily right to us based off of the character we've built in our own realities for ourselves to live through and be for ourselves as we're living our own independent lives. Which is why you're going to have people aligned with the same mindset and people who are aligned with the objective mindset, or opposing mindset, that is opposite from the one that is clearly not the same as theirs. This is how communities are created usually, and religions and cults and yeah. No folks really don't know how to coexist because they're too busy running their ego through imposition when they don't know how to just coexist with the acceptance of people's characters operating just in their own personal perspective because they can't handle accepting that that's just the character this person chooses. Instead of accepting, they seek to reject. Instead of accepting through understanding, like, okay, this person is just them. They're not meant to be around me, but they're just being them. It's okay for them to be them, while I continue to be me, away from them. But then rejection is required in order to be able to not lose yourself through needing to feel like you need to relate to someone as well. Oh my God. I think I just opened another door, girl. Oh my God. Did you see where I just opened the door? Did you just see where I went? You need to stop, okay? You need to stop. We need a break, okay? This is dope and overstimulating at the same time. You just went too far, okay? We need a break, okay? What you did was just cool as heck, but oh my God. Really? Come on. We just got done with 2 topics, and you're shifting into a 3rd one, and we're not even past finishing the first one. Wait, did that make sense? Oh God. Girl, I need a break. I need a break.